Simply drag that folder from the USB stick onto your PC or laptop and then click into the folder, and then you will see that aura.exe executable. Give that a double click and then the application will start. So once you see the screen here, you will see that there's a design mode which is used for keyboard and mouse, a sales center mode which you will need your Xbox gaming controller for, and then also Oculus, which just requires an Oculus headset. We'll start with design mode, so give that a click and then that particular part of the application will load. Once that is loaded, you'll see a top down of the Aura site. The basics of navigation is using your mouse here, so if you click and hold the left mouse button and drag the mouse across the screen, you'll be able to adjust the view angle just like this. If you let go of that mouse and place the mouse cursor anywhere and click the right mouse button, you'll be able to pan around. There's a zoom slider on the right side here which you can use to zoom in and out, and then you can also use your mouse wheel to zoom in and out also. So if you from this angle here want to go to the town center, just place your mouse here, give the right mouse button a click and then zoom in. You can then click and hold the left mouse button to rotate around the town center, for example. To go down to the ground level, if you look at Explore here, you're currently in aerial view. We'll select ground view. And as displayed here, all you need to do is double click to land, and you will actually set down to the ground where you want to go. You can now again click and hold your left mouse button to look around and use the WASD or the arrow keys on your keyboard to walk forwards, sideways, backwards, and so on. So if you combine the two, you'll be able to seamlessly walk around whilst looking around, and in this case, explore People's Place that way. You can also launch a drone, so all you need to do is click on Drone in the Explore menu at the top here, and then as you can see, you can use the space bar to go up, or the control key on your keyboard to go down, and similar to walking, use your WASD keys, the up and down buttons, and click and hold the left mouse button to look around. In the menu at the top you will also find the Measure tab. If you click that, you can see how you can use your point-to-point measurement tool. So if you activate that, you simply place it at your start point, give it a click to log it in, and then find your second endpoint, and once you have that, click it again, and then the measurement will be logged in. You can walk around and the measurement will stay there. To edit or delete, just click on the measurement displayed here and you can edit it or get rid of it. Similarly, there's a height measurement tool. So walk up to what would you like to measure in terms of height. You can then position this. By default it's showing 1 meter. You can use the plus and minus button to do 0.5 meter increments, or put in any measurement you would like in this field, hit save, and then that measurement will be displayed. Again, click on the measurement here and delete to get rid of it again. If you click radius, you'll automatically be brought up into the air, and that would allow you to place that radius center point anywhere on site. Give it a click and then drag your mouse out without clicking anything to set the desired radius. Click once again and that radius is then locked in and you can swivel around it. Also here we click on the number and delete that again. To take your own snapshots, navigate to the Capture tab in the menu, click Snapshot, and that perspective will be rendered out. So we can close that menu without losing that snapshot, select a different angle, click Snapshot once again, and then that perspective will be rendered out too. At the bottom here you will have all the snapshots you have taken. You can select them individually. You have the ability to use the markup tools here, for example, to draw a box, this free drawing tool to select the color and draw on the perspective. The sticky note here allows you to place a text annotation on that particular perspective, and all of that will then be generated into a PDF using the PDF button, or alternatively you can also email that out directly. So provided you have an internet connection, you will then receive an email with a cloud link to a branded PDF containing all the snapshots you have taken here. Now lastly, you can see there's also a side tab at the top here. That will basically allow you to toggle buildings. So if you hit that, buildings will go off. Toggle trees, trees will go off. And then also toggle on the lot decals around the town center here. Hit these buttons again, and the trees will come back on, and the buildings will once again populate the site. You can exit the application altogether with this button in the top right corner, or go back to the previous main menu by hitting the house symbol. So the next menu option here is the Sales Center mode. Again, click that button and it will load into Sales Center mode. It is basically the same Aura 3D environment, but in this case to be used with an Xbox gaming controller. So in this case here we've got a number of options. We've got the hotspots, the drone, and the releases. The left joystick on the gaming controller is used to select these individual menu items. And then as you can see on the screen, the green A on the gaming controller will apply that option. So I'm going to click A, and then we are entering the hotspot menu. Now again, the left joystick on the controller can be used to select any of these hotspots, and then the green A will get you down to the ground. So now using the left joystick you'll be able to move, and the right joystick you'll be able to look around. These hints are also displayed on the left side of the screen. So using these together we can seamlessly walk around at different speeds, so depending on how much you press your joystick you'll go either faster or slower, and the same goes for looking around. You can change the hotspot as indicated on the left by pressing the red B button on the gaming controller. That will take you up into the air again. So just for a change, we'll go down to the train station now. And we'll have the ability to explore that space. To change the mode altogether, as indicated on the left, the blue X button will take you back to that previous selection. Now, use your joystick to select drone and hit A. Now you're in drone mode, so very similar to what we have seen before in the design mode. You actually now have the ability to fly the drone with your joysticks, and also as you can see in the drone mode user interface in the top right corner there, the right trigger will allow you to go up and the left trigger will allow you to go down. Now just a little trick here, there's another button on the gaming controller above the right trigger. If you hold that and do any action, you will actually fly faster, so that will allow you to use your drone and fly a bit faster than the relatively slow default speed. So the drone is quite good to fly around at a semi-elevated level, or even say with this rooftop cafe here, albeit crude, you have the ability to go down and look at view lines from these particular angles. That would be a little bit harder to reach if you were just in walking mode or aerial mode. Once again, we go back to the main menu, and then the last item here is releases. If we click that, we will be looking at the current releases. So using the left joystick, going left or right, we can select the various releases. If we hit the green A button, we'll be once again in a drone, but above that particular release, allowing you to go around and look at each of these lots with the information displayed from any level. Pressing B will once again allow you to select another release, so if you would like to go somewhere else, it's just basically a shortcut to land nearby these different releases to land near the selected release. And the blue X again to go back to the overview menu. At the bottom of this white box you can see the return to menu button. So if we click this, we will once again go back and look at the main menu. The most immersive type of output is the Oculus Rift headset. So you'll have a basic guide on how to use this using the supplied remote controller. The main button really is this middle button here used to teleport. So if you start the virtual reality experience and put on the Oculus Rift headset, you'll be able to look around the site in virtual reality and place a red arrow with your eyes. You can place that red arrow wherever you would like and then press that aforementioned middle button on the remote controller to teleport to that location. That way you will be able to seamlessly walk around the entire site. Using the buttons to the left and right of the center button, you'll be able to also teleport directly into the main plaza and the train station. So this way, with your Oculus headset, you'll be able to explore the whole of Aurora Town Center for a better sense of presence and scale. If you click the button directly above the teleport button, you will be able to get up 10 meters for each click and look at the Aurora Town Center from an aerial view. To go back down to the ground in a desired location, place the red arrow once again where you would like to land and click the center button again. To return to the main menu, there's a button on the remote controller with an arrow. Click and hold that for a few seconds and you will return back to the main menu. From here you can once again access the other modes or click the button in the top right corner of the screen to exit the application altogether. Back onto your desktop. Thank you, Josh.